starting five. They've got Josh Hart. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns, and it's Anunoby in at the three, the small forward. And for the Warriors, DeAnthony Melton out there with Brandon Podziemski. Then it's Moody, then it's Green, and it's Santos in at the four-man position. And as the regular season winds down, some teams must be concerned about their seeding, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. For teams still on the bubble, just getting into the postseason is the concern. For the top teams, seedings are huge. They want as many home games as possible.
Now here's Podziemski, coming off a solid outing against Memphis. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound, and Towns has got the ball here for New York. Brunson taking his time here. Buries it from three.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from three is a beautiful thing.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. Coach talked about avoiding bumping Brunson on drives. He told me sometimes Jalen moves into defenders, and you can almost pull the chair if you remove yourself. Let him slip his momentum in a direction without allowing him to revert to shooting. We think it can make a difference. Back to you, Brian.
Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's Towns. Pass to Hart. Shot clock at 5. Tries it from 16. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, he usually brings rain from there, but not this time.
It's Podziemski on the wing. Brunson defending. Right side Podziemski. Here's the floater. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
He hears the whistle, and he keeps his concentration and is able to knock it down.
At the line for one, Podziemski.
And really, the heartbeat of this Knicks team is Jalen Brunson, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., the lifeblood, both on the court and his willingness to take less on his contract, giving them the leeway to enhance their talent.
Now here's Bridges. Right now, he's contributing about 15.5 points a game. Launches it. Santos pulls it in.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Green with a screen on Hart. Into the lane, and he jams it home with authority.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
Here's Hart. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. Three-pointer. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Here's Santos. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. It's Podziemski on the wing. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for New York. Pass to Brunson. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Towns on a screen. For three, Bridges. And again, New York with the triple.
And year after year, Bridges continues to expand his range.
Warriors trail by 4. Melton passes to Moody. Now Podziemski. Brunson defending. Pass to Melton. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Moody from outside. Towns with a rebound. Knicks leading by 4. To the inside. Here's Bridges. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Outside Podziemski. Green with a screen on Brunson. And down it goes. 2 points. Podziemski's got 5. New York has gone 3 of 4 on threes here in this first quarter. Pass to Towns. The layup off target.
Now, he was bothered just enough to miss that shot. That's good work by the defense.
Outside Podziemski. Now here's Moody. From deep. They get it back. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Here's Brunson. His last outing, he had 20. Left side Hart. Santos pulls it in. Warriors trail by 4. And here's Melton. No made baskets yet. Now here's Green. Here's Podziemski. And he banks in the layup.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
For New York, they've gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Left side Brunson. Outside Hart. Pass to Bridges. Lets it go from deep. New York, no good that time either. Golden State has gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one. The game now all tied up. Santos has got his second basket.
Using his superb court vision, Green is able to routinely find his open teammate.
Outside Anunoby. Towns up top. Pass to Hart. The 15-footer hits the front of the rim and out.
Yeah, this quarter has just been a struggle for him offensively.
Melton passes to Green. Here's Podziemski. Green, a screen. Fires the 3. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Here's Hart. That one falls. His second make in 5 attempts.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
Podziemski with it. 7 points in the game. Now Melton. Pass to Santos. Over Hart. And it's New York with a rebound. First chance of the year for them to go up against this Warriors team.
Yes, surprised to split the season series last year. These guys have confidence in themselves against anyone they face.
Well, they're a great team, but you're going to lose a few, especially going up against a team you don't know that well.
So it's the Warriors now, after the basket by New York on the other end. Green with a screen on Brunson. Shoots from 14. The shot by Podziemski, no good. Knicks leading by 4. Out to Bridges. Let's go with a 3. Count it. His 3rd in 5 attempts.
Outstanding long-range shooting here early. They already have hit multiple shots from downtown.
Pass to Santos. Back to Melton. And here's Moody to end the run. Melton misses. All right, Greg, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success.
Here's Podziemski after the basket by New York on the other end. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Porzingis is checked in for the Warriors. Spencer comes in for Melton. New York also changing it up. Robinson, he's checked in for Towns. Clarkson comes in for Hart. And Alvarado's subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Outside Podziemski. Porzingis against Robinson. The fadeaway. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Well, Porzingis is such a skilled shooter. He can find a look from just about anywhere.
Pass to Anunoby. New York working the ball around now. Here's Bridges. Here's the three. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Wow. Some strong perimeter shooting here in the first quarter.
Here's Porzingis. Robinson defending. Porzingis misses. New York leading by 10. On the wing, Clarkson, defended by Podziemski. Clarkson passes to Anunoby. Down to 5 on the shot clock. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. And it's Alvarado missing.
They've been just a little bit better on the glass so far, showing their tremendous work ethic.
Pass to Porzingis. Here's Spencer. No good on the triple.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Alvarado outside. Up top, Anunoby. Bridges outside. Right wing. The three. And again, New York with the triple.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
Now here's Podziemski. He has 7. Here's Porzingis. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
You have to appreciate guys who can work the mid-range area. It's clearly how you keep defenses honest.
Well, with his size and a soft touch to go with it, that's an easy bucket.
They grab their own miss. Anunoby for 3. No good. Warriors trail by 11. To the middle. Here's Green. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
Yeah, when Green is looking to score, this is exactly the area he's most comfortable, right at the rim.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And Grant, Stephen Curry said his goal was to play meaningful basketball games. With the arrival of Jimmy Butler, that proved to be the case.
Yeah, the Warriors have been looking to get Steph some help. The fit with Jimmy was questioned, but it's worked out better than most people expected.
And some changes here for New York. Karl Anthony Towns has checked in for Anunoby, and it's Shamet in for Mikal Bridges. Clarkson outside. And stolen by Williams. 56 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Fires the 3. Spencer, no good. Here's New York. They're on a 15-6 run. Shamet passes to Alvarado. Outside Robinson. 4 on the clock. Ooh, basket interference. Payton's checked in for the Warriors.
Number 0, Gary Payton II.
Warriors trail by 9. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Spencer in his last outing with 12 points. Down low. And that one's good. Porzingis has got 6 points.
Punching it inside, attacking the heart of that defense. I love it.
And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. Mikal Bridges has been on display for the New York Knicks. He dropped 3 threes in that quarter. They haven't found an answer for him yet. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
So on the floor for the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Jose Alvarado. And it's Shamet in at the small forward position. Now here's Clarkson. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And it's in there. And the Knicks lead by 7.
Good maneuver to get inside. Clarkson is sneaky.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Karl Anthony Towns is now familiar with the ethos of this Knicks team. He said they're gritty, they find a way to win, they never quit, bringing that New York mentality every single night. It's something that you recognize when you get to live in that kind of a culture. Back to you, BA.
They are relentless. All right, Allie, appreciate the report.
A nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Towns looking for an opening. Puts up the 8-footer. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him. And now a 9-point New York lead.
And that's the kind of physicality you want to see from Cat, using his size down low.
Outside Porzingis. Pass to Spencer. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Spencer's got his second bucket of the night.
Impressive. Their ball movement has been excellent tonight.
Alvarado outside. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Yeah, protecting the rim. Porzingis, one of the best in the league at that.
And he buries his first look.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Alvarado, the pass to Towns. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up. Well, Tim, offensive efficiency has soared in recent seasons. So what has that done to the defensive landscape?
Well, offenses now are always hunting for the weakest link. So individually, even if you can guard your own position, you may end up in a difficult switch where you are at a disadvantage.
First one falls, and since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, BA, and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent.
And so Towns nails them both.
Yeah, he's as good as it gets at the line. Pretty much automatic.
Pass to Porzingis. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. And here's Podziemski. He's got 7. Oh, KP with the 3.
He gets a lot of his points on catch-and-shoot jumpers. Porzingis is always ready to let it fly if he's got the room.
Alvarado, the pass to Towns. Shoots from 12. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Towns has got 8.
Nice positioning and footwork on point. And Towns so smooth down there inside.
Pass to Spencer. Robinson against Porzingis. Okay, do it, KP. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Outplayed in their previous game on their schedule, losing to the Cavs.
It's just so difficult to win when you waste as many chances at the line as they did.
Well, that's why they're called free throws. And it seemed like with each miss, their confidence took a hit. It's just too hard to overcome that.
For the Knicks, OG Anunoby's checked in for Shamet. Mikal Bridges comes in for Clarkson. And Brunson is subbed in for Alvarado. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Towns outside. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Melton.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
To the paint. Here's Spencer. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And defense has been the strength of the Warriors. So what do they need offensively, Tim?
Well, BA, they need more consistent scoring outside of Steph Curry. Jimmy Butler certainly has helped, but to win at the highest level, it requires more than one three-level scorer.
And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Outside Anunoby. Brunson gets it done.
Brunson doesn't fear going in amongst the trees. Remarkable poise there inside.
Out to the wing. Pass to Spencer. Fires it. Again, the Warriors score.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
Up top, Anunoby. Towns for three. Out to Bridges. Now here's Anunoby. Here's Brunson outside. The three-pointer is down. Jalen Brunson.
And you can't forget to guard these corner spots, or guys like Brunson will hurt you.
Pass to Melton. Porzingis with a screen on Anunoby. And he dunks it down.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. Now here's Bridges. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Cavs in Cleveland.
And he also forced a number of turnovers, ending the night with 3 steals. Well, that's 1 in the first, and now here's his second in this quarter. The defense might want to run him off that line.
Porzingis in the post. Robinson defending. Back to Pajemski. And it falls. 4 for 8 for him from the floor.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Now here's Brunson. 11 points in the game. Towns for 3. Not going to go that time.
When you're not at your best, it is great to have teammates who will pick up the slack.
Melton outside. Here's Porzingis. And there's another one for the Warriors.
On the offensive end, Porzingis has been so dialed in, making the most of every scoring opportunity he gets.
Pass to Brunson. Leaning into the contacts. Brunson with the finish inside.
Well, he has dictated the tempo this entire quarter, getting basically whatever he wants offensively.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Tim, growing up in the D.C. area, at what point did you fall in love with the sport of basketball?
Well, BA, the first team I loved were the Washington Bullets in the late 70s with Elvin Hayes. They won that one championship in Washington. But Larry Bird coming into the league in 1980 really changed everything for me. That's when I truly fell in love with the sport, emulating a guy like that.
greatest player from the DMV?
Oh, I guess I'd have to say Kevin Durant, certainly.
And Tim Legler, of course.
Even better answer.
Melton passes to Green. Moody on the wing. Anunoby covering. That misses. Had a chance to tie it. Knicks leading by 3. Pass to Towns. Back to Anunoby. And here's Brunson. Moody defends. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Santos is checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. And a switch here also for New York. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Towns.
And each year, Brunson seems to get better, and that's a testament to his impressive work ethic and drive.
Melton outside. Back to Podziemski. Pass to Moody, and here's Podziemski. Green with a screen on Brunson. Podziemski. He drops it from range. Podziemski's got 12 points in the game.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now here's Bridges. 13 points in the game. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
You got to appreciate the way they're working the ball inside this quarter. They're trying to impose their will physically.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
Warriors trail by 6. Outside Moody. Back to Podziemski. Sinks that one from the post. He's got 14. And so it's New York with it. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks at Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee. It's the last meeting in a 4-game road trip. Now here's Brunson. 16 points for him. Just 5 on the clock. Hart from long range sinks it from distance. Hart's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
Outside Moody. Here's Santos. 17 points for him last game against Memphis. Podziemski's shot is good.
And he is doing everything he can to keep his team in it, trying to lift his teammates up.
Pass to Bridges. Outside Anunoby. Here's Bridges. New York working the ball around now. Here's Brunson outside. And he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Karl Anthony Towns.
I don't think anyone expected to see his production drop off the way it has over the last few games. But I have to credit the defenses he's been facing. They've done their homework, and they're finding ways to hold him down. And now he needs to find new ways to beat them.
Melton with the ball. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Pass to Podziemski. Shot clock at 6. Takes a 3. The Knicks pull it in. Now it's Hart. He's coming off a 10-point game against Cleveland.
He didn't make it all about himself. His passing was sharp, and he kept everyone involved.
Now here's Hart. And again, New York with the triple.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
Pass to Santos. Outside Moody. Outside Pajemski.
2 minutes remaining.
He's still feeling it.
2 minutes.
Nice shot there, making him 8 for 13.
Credit the plays they're calling for him. Getting him right now some good shots.
Outside Hart. Up top, Robinson. It's Bridges on the wing. Melton covers. And Bridges good for 3. Bridges has got 16 points now.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Pass to Pajemski. Green with a screen on Brunson. Now here's Green. The 3 is up. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Robinson. And the shot goes down. Robinson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you what, they are on fire this quarter, taking total command of this game.
Well, a lot of miles on those legs, but Green can still get up occasionally to flush it.
Now here's Bridges. He's got 16. Robinson passes to Brunson. Stolen. High post Green. He's against Bridges. Melton outside. 34 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Offline with a 3.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Anunoby on the wing. Outside Hart. Pass to Bridges. Right side Brunson. Takes the 3. Oh, he's on fire. 8 for 8 and just looking relentless.
Yeah, a dead-eye shooter. Don't expect Brunson to miss many of those.
And here's Melton. Can't cash in the 10-footer. And so it's the New York Knicks, a sizable lead of 14 at the break, building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up?
Well, I think for the Warriors, they played okay, but unfortunately, that's not getting you into the playoffs. They were hoping to take the next step this year. That led to a lot of frustration for everybody. Their fans are hangry. They wanted to eat.
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Knicks.
The three-point chances have been there for them, and they've taken advantage.
Just watching the game, not even looking at the scoreboard, you can tell they're the better team tonight by a mile. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
And what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. Brandon Pajemski out there with DeAnthony Melton. Then it's Green, then it's Moody, and it's Santos in at the 4. That's the Warriors 5. Now here's Melton. Pass to Pajemski. Green with a screen on Towns. Here's Podziemski. Cash money. Out of his 14 attempts, he's drained 9 of them.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
While getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
Knicks ball.
And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Let's see if that block can amp up this team. I mean, they're looking for anything to get themselves going.
Now here's Brunson, defended by Podziemski. Left side Brunson, that's off. Shooting 8 for 10 from the floor. Warriors trail by 12. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Mikal Bridges is very comfortable with his mid-range and in-between game. He said when it comes to the basketball court, it's not just the rims and the threes. You have the rest of the court, too. Now, not everyone is effective with those middle-distance shots, but Mikal always has been. EA, back to you.
He can knock him down. Thanks a lot, Allie. And it's the Warriors with the ball. After the basket by New York on the other end. Kept alive. Outside Moody. Here's Podziemski. Three-pointer, no good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
The kick out to Brunson for 3. Gets it to go. He's now 9 for 11 on the night.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Pass to Santos. Back to Podziemski. Over Brunson. Podziemski's shot is good. Podziemski's gotten 4 this quarter.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Outside Brunson. Towns on a screen. Fires from deep. Offensive rebound. Ooh, give him his 5th make of the game in 10 attempts.
Yeah, at 6'11", 250 pounds, Towns is such a tough guy to keep off the glass.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And now let's look at the leaderboard, specifically rebounding and who has been crashing the glass over the last month. Third is Karl Anthony Towns.
He's just been incredible on the boards over the last month of the season. He's a guy who plays with such desire.
Outside Hart. Shoots a fadeaway. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Towns has got 14 points.
It's easy money for Towns from 15 to 18 feet.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Warriors trail by 19. Outside Podziemski. Outside Moody. And the ball out of play. The Knicks will have it.
Well, that is the definition of an unforced error. It's very unfortunate, and the coach is going to have something to say about that.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. New York working the ball around now. Outside Anunoby. Hart passes to Brunson. He can't get that one to fall. Green with the defensive effort.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
Outside Podziemski. Three-pointer. He buries it from 3. Podziemski's got 26 points.
Well, he's certainly not the reason they're down. If they're going to grab the lead here, more guys are going to have to step up.
Pass to Towns. Over Green. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Santos. He's covered by Hart. Now here's Podziemski. He's got 26. 4-3. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. There's the triple. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Right side, Brunson. Back to Hart. The 3 is up. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
From deep, Melton. And it's New York with a rebound. Hart's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Brunson. Oh, you can tell he's feeling it now. 10 of 14 from the field.
And no matter how the D's coming at him tonight, Brunson has adapted. And that's what great scorers do. They figure it out.
Now here's Moody. Still without a bucket. Back to Podziemski. And stolen by Brunson. Here's Towns. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And they just keep building out this lead. With each made basket, their confidence increases.
It's Podziemski on the wing. Brunson defending. Green with a screen on Bridges. Melton. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Outside Brunson. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First team foul.
It goes on Brandon Podziemski.
And you have to avoid getting too physical with Brunson because he'll get these calls.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for New York.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
And we should also mention their work on the perimeter. They have found quality looks from deep, and they have knocked them down.
That free throw good from Brunson. Well, Legs, when we talk about current players, who are the guys you want taking the shot with the game on the line right now?
Well, certainly the tried and true like Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant. You can't go wrong there. Or a multi-time MVP in Nikola Jokic.
Both free throws good from Brunson. And so it's Golden State with it. The Lakers will be traveling in to face them after this one, and that'll put them halfway through a 3-game homestand. Green with a screen on Brunson. Inside. Will it go? And it's laid up and in by Green. Green's got 6.
We know Green prefers to work up close. He loves getting those high percentage looks.
Bridges outside. Here's Brunson. That's 29 for him. And he lays it up and in. Brunson's got 31.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
Outside Moody. Pass to Green. Outside Podziemski. Puts up a 3. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 9 rebounds now.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
And he gets that one. 16 points for him.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Outside Moody. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Knicks ball.
Here's a look at what's coming up for the Golden State Warriors. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Luka Doncic and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And that game against the Rockets, no question they'll be amped for that one. Eager to prove themselves against a tough opponent.
Spencer's checked in for the Warriors. New York has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. And Brunson, here we go. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
You know, I admire how fearless Brunson is. Just daring the defense to foul him on the drive.
He's shooting free throws number 4 and 5 here. That free throw, no good. Good on the second one. And the Warriors with possession here. Here's Spencer. 7 points in the game. Melton outside. And there's a pick. This one for 3. Drills it from deep. Melton's got 7.
Well, taking full advantage of a defensive weakness there, and it certainly helps if you get shots that your guys can knock down.
Now here's Towns. He's got 16. Jacks up a 3. And count it. 8 of 14 now. He's rolling.
Well, he has been pretty much unstoppable this quarter, and his team is thriving as a result.
Pass to Spencer. Melton outside. Green with a screen on Bridges. Melton misses.
Well, this has been far from his best game, and if they're going to come back here, he's got to find a way to get going.
Anunoby for 3. And the Knicks, another 3.
And that is the shot they want Anunoby to take, and he excels in the catch and shoot.
Melton outside. Outside Moody. Pass to Spencer. Clock at 6. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. And Towns has got the ball here for the New York Knicks. Now it's Hart. Towns down low. Working on Green. Yep, that one's good. 21 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, he's gotten his rhythm now. He's really looking comfortable in the second half.
Pass to Spencer. To halt the run. The rebound by Bridges.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
Here's Towns. Bridges outside. From downtown. It's rebounded by Golden State. Here's Santos. Melton on the wing.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Spencer from outside the arc. And the three-pointer goes. Spencer's got 10 points in the game.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
Outside Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. 34 points for Jalen Brunson.
And, you know, he might not be the biggest guard, but Brunson has a dense frame. He has no problem going through contact.
Pass to Spencer. And we've got 1:18 left in the third. Hits the trifecta.
And he was non-existent from 3 in the first half. Now he's changing the narrative.
Now a timeout called by New York.
And things are always changing throughout a game. Teams have to adjust on the fly.
Yeah, it gives you a chance right here to reset, get everybody back on the same page so you can execute.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for...
So it's both teams making substitutions here. It's February. Let's see how things are shaping up in the East. You take a look at New York, now in second. They look to be in terrific shape moving forward.
You know, for the Knicks, you have to really give it to them. I mean, they are backing up all the preseason hype. They've been outstanding early.
Well, they were in everyone's crosshairs, and they've actually outperformed some of those predictions. That is not easy to do with a target on your back.
Now here's Clarkson. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
To the inside, here's Post. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Robinson passes to Shamet. Screen by Robinson. There's the three. The rebound by Post.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Outside Pajemski. Pass to Spencer. Post inside. Robinson defending. And Post gets it to go. New York has gone 4 of 7 from 3. A good percentage in the third quarter. Clarkson with the ball. Floats a runner. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. It's been all about Jalen Brunson for the New York Knicks. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. We'll be back in a moment. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
And right there, he wasn't a ball stopper. He kept his eyes up and his options open.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So on the floor for the Knicks, we've got Mitchell Robinson. Landry Shamet is out there with Jeremy Sohan. Then it's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Alvarado in at the 1 spot.
One of the tallest guys in the league. Give Porzingis the ball there and just let him work.
Screen by Robinson. Sohan, the pass to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. Now Pajemski. Pass to Spencer. From the arc. Sohan with a rebound. Spencer's gone just 2 of 8 from beyond the arc. Clarkson with the ball. Now Pajemski defending. Sohan with the ball. Working on Porzingis. Puts it up. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up.
Yeah, he's a fearless player. I mean, Sohan not afraid to give up his body to give his team a better chance.
And we continue to see the value of NBA franchises climb. Grant, are you glad you got in when you did?
Oh, yes, I am. I think beyond, though, the dollars and cents, it's just the joy of having a hand in the growth of this game and this league that we all love so much.
He's off on the first.
Yeah, I'd describe Jeremy Sohan's approach to the game as steady. He knows what he's about, just focuses on going out there and providing for his team. And
he sinks the second. A few possessions into the fourth, just over a minute played. Here's Spencer. Outside Pajemski. Right side Porzingis. Back to Pajemski. Fires for three. Drops in the three. Pajemski's got 10 points here in the second half.
He's hit a pair of threes each half, making a significant impact.
To the paint. Here's Sohan. Pass to Robinson. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
And the Knicks making a change here. Porty's checked in.
Shooting one.
And the free throw, no good. And the NBA certainly responsive to the fans, Tim. But some say they just want to complain.
Well, the social media era has given fans more of a voice than ever before, but it also breeds shorter attention spans, so the league is right to be proactive.
Now here's Clarkson. Off the mark there with a three.
And they're winning this game despite his difficulties at the offensive end.
Outside Pajemski. Pass to Porzingis. From behind the arc. Spencer, no good. The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Kicks it out to Clarkson. Knocks down the triple.
The three-point shot of Clarkson runs hot and cold, but boy, when it's on, Jordan's so difficult to stop.
Here's Spencer. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Back to Porzingis. Launches a three. The rebound by Shamet. New York has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. To the middle. Clarkson. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
I mean, the effortless athleticism. You can see Clarkson loves rising up and dropping the hammer.
Here's Spencer. Outside Porzingis. Can they get it? And again, no good by Golden State. For New York, they've gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Shamet passes to Alvarado. And here's Clarkson. Beyond the arc. Shamet, no good. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Pass to Spencer. And we've heard some coaches complain about short turnarounds on back-to-backs legs. Would you like to see more done there?
Well, for those late starts when you arrive at the hotel at 2 or 3 in the morning and you've got to play the next night, those are certainly rough. But I feel like the league has done all they can, eliminating back-to-backs as much as they can. And certainly there's an emphasis on recovery and rest at all costs.
Great teamwork and great timing.
Oh, spectacular play. Here's Spencer. Alvarado defending. And that one's long.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Picked his pocket. Here's Spencer. Oh, he connects. His 7th basket. He's 7 of 15 now.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
In this league, you run whenever you can. It's so much easier to score in transition.
Now here's Clarkson. Pass to Robinson. Back to Clarkson. Uses the glass on the layup. Clarkson's got 7 points for the quarter.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Here's Spencer. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Dadier, he's checked in for New York. Kolek comes in for Shamet. Now here's Alvarado. Back to Robinson. Alvarado outside. Pass to Dadier. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Kolek. The 3. New York again can't hit. Podziemski with it. Well, officials have never been under greater scrutiny, so development is key, Grant. And I read now they have a training app refs can use on their phones.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the players leveraging electronics to train smarter, and it's great to see the officials making use of technology as well.
And that one misses. The Knicks have gone 6 for 9 here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Kolek. Here's Diawara. Now here's Robinson. Green covering. Down low. It's tipped. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson.
Yeah, he loses concentration just for a moment. Might be getting a little complacent sitting on this lead.
The Warriors have gone 5 of 11 so far in the fourth. Melton outside. The 3-ball. And it's New York with a rebound. Robinson's got 9 rebounds now. To the inside. Boom! He jams it straight down.
What a great pass. It was on time and on target.
Well, the Warriors shooting around 42% as we continue play in the fourth quarter. Got a piece of it. Here's Diawara from behind the arc. Offensive rebound. Clarkson up top, defended by Podziemski. Now here's Clarkson. He's closely guarded. And it's Alvarado missing. And for the Warriors, they're shooting 52% from the floor so far. Pass to Green. This one for 3. Podziemski's shot is good. Podziemski's got 34 points.
Well, his production is not in question now if he could just get his teammates involved.
Lets the 3 fly. And it's Alvarado missing. Outside, Green. Now here's Podziemski. Green, a screen. Now here's Podziemski. Alvarado defending. The shot by Podziemski, no good. Inside. Here's Diawara. Up and in from the low block.
Good shot selection is often the result of great execution.
Now Podziemski. Melton outside. Back to Moody for 3. And the Warriors with another 3.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Clarkson outside. Well, Legs, being a GM in the NBA is a tough gig. What's the most important part of the job, in your opinion?
Well, BA, evaluating talent is still the main responsibility of the job. That includes drafting, free agency, even selecting a coach. But then it's about building relationships, establishing communication and culture.
Ooh, it sounds like a lot of qualifications that you have.
Well, I'm pretty comfortable right here, if that's okay.
Now here's Alvarado. Screen by Robinson. Here's Kolek. Good. He hits the jumper. Kolek's got his first points of the game. The Warriors have gotten 7 of 16 attempts to drop since the start of the fourth. Outside Podziemski. And there's the drive. Jams it in off the great move.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Pass to Clarkson. Here's Kolek. Diawara passes to Clarkson. 6 to shoot. Goes back up. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
And at this stage of his career, Clarkson really knows his role. A highly effective scorer who looks to decimate defenses.
Shooting for New York, Jordan Clarkson. 2 shots.
And that one falls to Clarkson. And they tell players, your career is short. Maximize your earnings. But sometimes guys take less, Graham.
And you know, different things go into that. Winning, comfort, and in some cases, you're talking legacy. You know, for those rare players who've been with one team their whole career.
And so Clarkson nails both of them. And here's Podziemski. Pass to Santos. Now Melton lets it go from deep. The rebound by Kolek.
Two minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And here's Robinson. Now Clarkson, defended by Podziemski. Clock at 6. And it's Clarkson missing.
When you're wide open like that, no need to fade away.
Pass to Santos. Now Moody. Now here's Melton. Let's go with a 3. Connects from downtown.
If he gets any daylight out there, he is capable of knocking that shot down.
And the Knicks shooting an even 50% since the fourth quarter got underway.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Knicks.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And give them credit for what'll be their 38th win of the year.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Jalen Brunson.
If this were a crime scene, he would be questioned because his fingerprints are all over it.
Now here's Sohan. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Robinson on the wing. 4-3. And no good. And so it's Golden State with it. Green, the pass to Melton. And that one's good. And Green with the assist.
And you know, I just love the way Green facilitates. He really understands what they're doing out there.
Clarkson outside. And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that about wraps it up. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill.